Hello everyone, in this video I'll be walking you through the code of a simple calculator application developed in VBW. So explore how the code works and understand the logic behind each function and feature of the calculator. So the first thing that we're going to do is open our Visual Studio application. So I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio 2012. So we're going to click on New Project, Windows Forms application under Visual Basic, and then we're going to change its name and we're going to click on OK, and then we'll wait for it to be created. And now a form design will be shown, so we can resize it whichever way we want. Now we're going to look for a group box element in our toolbox and drag it to our form and make adjustments to it. So one group box for the input text box and the other group box will be for the buttons. And then we're going to proceed with using a bunch of buttons. So we are going to add each one of them to our form under our group box number 2. So at this very moment, I am adding buttons for our arithmetic symbols and numbers that are relevant to our calculator. So we have all these. And also I'd like to add that we can change the background color for this as we move on and navigate through its properties. So as you can see here, I am continuously adding adjustments to these to achieve the arrangement of the buttons as I want. So after all those adjustments, I am also ensuring that I have named all those buttons to a name that I can easily recognize so that I can easily access each one as I navigate through my code later on. So here I've gone through the toolbox once again and added a text box to my form. I placed it inside the group box 1 and made necessary adjustments to it. And after all that, I also added a label that I will be using to display the calculated expression. So now that I have added all these necessary elements to my form, I'll be moving on to the code that I'll be using behind this form to add all its functionality. So I have this code right here, and now let's start looking at the variables declared at the beginning of our underscore calculator class. So this is the name of our form calculator. So we have 3 variables. We have operand 1 and operand 2, which store the operands for arithmetic operations, and also the operation, which stores the current operation being performed. So it's initialized to a space character indicating no operation. So next, our form load event. So we have this form calculator load method, and it's called when form loads. So here we set up event handlers for button clicks. So this ensures that each button in the calculator triggers the appropriate action when clicked. Now let's dive into the button click method. So this handles the click events of all the buttons in our calculator. So we have here the backspace, the clear buttons, as well as the off button. So the backspace button removes the last character from the input text box, allowing users to correct mistakes. And the C button, or clear, it clears the entire input text box, providing a way to start fresh. And we also have the off button. So this button provides a way for users to exit or close the calculator application. So when it is clicked, it triggers an action to close the calculator form, which effectively terminates the program. So next, we handle the arithmetic operation buttons such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. So when one of these buttons is clicked, the corresponding operation is stored in the operation variable, and the current value in the input text box, if any, is stored as the first operand, or our operand 1. And we also have special function buttons, so the calculator also includes buttons for special functions like reciprocal and as well as square root. So these buttons perform the respective mathematical operations on the current value in the input text box. And we also have the equals button. So the equals button is where the magic happens. So when it is clicked, it calculates the result of the expression based on the stored operation and operands. It also updates the input text box with the result and updates the history label with the calculation, expression, and result as well. So as we try to run this code, this will give us this type of calculator. So let's say we want to calculate 12 plus 12, so that will give us 24. And let's say we want to subtract 2 from it, so that will give us, and let's say we want to add 20 to it, but then we typed 21, so we can actually go back and replace 1 to 0 by using the backspace button. So, but let's say we change our mind, so we want to add 19 from it this time. So we can clear it using our C button. So we press the C and that will erase it so that we can replace the number that we want to add. So that will give us 41. So that's pretty much like it. So as you can see also, we have this label underneath, so we can see the history of the calculated expression as well as this result here. So we have a bunch of these operations and symbols, so you can use it as well as its numbers, and also the C, the backspace, as well as the off buttons. As we click the off button, this will stop the program or terminate the execution of the program. So that's it.